Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because mental muscle is necessary for implementing successful business strategies. It's time to learn how to beat your business no matter what life throws at you. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we discuss the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. All right, y'all, what's going on? Some of you got a sneak peek of this topic yesterday because I talked about it on social media. But let me please explain something to you. Of course, I'm going to go deeper here on the podcast. When it's super deep on social media, I share it as a podcast. But anywho, so I put up a post. And the post basically said that you should show up with so much power that people feel forced to respect you. Because they be like, man, she gonna make it. And they don't want to be the person that hated on you. Because when you make it, then you're going to be looking at them like Boo Boo the Fool. And I want to know, do you do that? I know you don't. Most people don't. They kind of gradually, get this energy. They're rare breeds that just come out like a boss. Before we hit 7 figures, anything. I'm going to tell you something. I was flat broke trying to figure it out. Barely able to afford for any type of courses and coaching services. But your girl, August Crenshaw, was out there like going crazy, posting and talking and doing live videos because I trusted my expertise. And that's what's wrong with a lot of you guys. You don't really show up in business because you're trying to get your business together. But did it ever dawn on you, that you don't have to get your gifts together? And so like right now, what's so funny about this whole thing is that I remember when I first started in the industry, I was so excited about having a black woman be my coach. I was looking for them and there were only 2 that popped up for me. And one of those, I had a really bad experience. And if she had taken the time to hear and listen and use wisdom as a coach, she would have been like, this black woman is really trying to give it everything that she got. She a little confused. She don't really know what's going on in these internet streets. She don't understand how you collaborate. She a little rough around the edges, but I can hear the passion in her voice. Well, she didn't do that. As a matter of fact, I got an opportunity to have a one-to-one call with her because of a debate about some money. That's a whole nother story. I've shared it before. Don't want to rehash that thing out again. And she said some really cruel words to me when we were on that call. And I remember being so pissed off. I told my husband, and I did say this, I don't make a habit. Let me just say this first, my disclaimer. I know the podcast is Real Women Don't Bitch, but I don't call women bitches. And when I use the word, I'm being very intentional about it. But when I'm angry, I'm not playing. And I remember saying to my husband, I said, yeah, that bitch gonna see me while I'm on my way up and she coming down. Because how dare she talk to me like that? I was angry, and I'm not angry now. But what's so funny is when I was doing my No More Trauma Summit, one of my speakers was like, hey, August, I saw this coach online and, she went through X, Y, and Z. She'd be a great speaker. She sent me the video of the person and I just had to roll my eyes. I was like, nope. I said, nah, I've already had a run in with her. She's not August Crenshaw No More Trauma Summit material. Well, then I had a conversation the other day with someone that I'm connected to. We were, discussing some business and collaborating. And she was like, hey, have you ever met this woman? And I'm like, do you know her? And she was like, well, no, I've only met her about, a little short time ago. And I joined her group. I like to stalk people to make sure that they real because people be saying that they are and they not. And I said, well, let me tell you about my run-in with her. And I was like, so you do whatever you want to do because you got to get it done. But I ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, dang, it's kind of funny now as my life is transitioning, this woman's name keeps coming back up. Well, she's on the wrong side of seeing my tenacious, audacious spirit. See, at the end of the day, I have let you all watch my entire journey. Now, some things I didn't tell you right away. I didn't tell you right away when I was driving for Uber. I was out here talking about, believing in your dreams. And yeah, you could say I was a little bit low-key embarrassed. I wanted my, business to be the primary support. But after a while, it was like, no, let people know. Let people know what the struggle has been for you and what you've had to push through, because it would hurt me to see other women come to me and be ashamed of having a job. I'm like, no. See, what we not going to do is we're not going to be ashamed of doing whatever the fuck it takes in order to bring our vision and our dream to pass. And so you guys, listen, it's not about following a formula. Oh my God, you got this debate. You have to post 3 or 4 times a day if you want to be, recognized on Instagram, and you need to be doing video every single day, and so on and so forth. Other people, are you going for those same old tactics that say that you have to show up all the time? You don't have to do that, and you can still bring up multiple 5 figures. I keep on telling you all that it's about perspective, and it's about heart, and it's about passion. Now, I show up and I do my podcast every week. Sometimes I throw an extra podcast in here for you all. Nowadays, I do videos a minimum of 3 times a week outside. I technically still do video about 5 to 6 times a week because I do them inside of my groups or whatever. It's just one of those things. Hey, if you want to see me live, then you need to come and join the group. Hand. Okay, but I ain't pitching right now. So let's just keep it moving. But I show up like that, and I post and I do what I do, because I call what you do on social media your digital resume. I recently had a conversation with someone who brought an opportunity to me. And one of the requirements for this opportunity was that they needed to see that you had a strong digital footprint. We're talking about me being in front of an audience with website viewers, active website viewers of almost 300,000 a month. And the person, when she talked to the individuals to let them know about me before I filled out the application, it was like, listen, you don't have to research this woman because she's a boss. When people have come into my events and I have worked, listen to me, I started doing summits because I needed to generate leads. I started doing summits because I needed to make more money in my business. I had a comma. I want to say that by the time I hired my first real coach, as I call her, by the time I hired her, I think I was really excited because I was bringing in about an average of $1,200, maybe $1,500 a month. Well, we know we can't eat off that, right? For some of us, $1,000, is not even your rent, right? But I still set up that summit, and I talked to the people in the summit and conducted those interviews like I thought I was Oprah. I actually had Mike Mentor on my first summit because one of his mentees was a speaker and was like, hey, man, I'm going to ask him to speak because I was so thorough with explaining what my vision was and how the Business Mastery Summit back then, it's Move now. Move is coming back. Master of Virtual Economy this spring. Got to put that plug in there. I showed up so strong and with such great vision that she recommended him. For those of you that saw that interview, I handled that shit. I beasted that shit. I didn't go into, oh my God, I'm in so much awe because I'm look at this ex-football pro and now currently superstar motivational speaker. Oh, don't get it twisted. Now, I was humble and I was grateful, but my reputation was on the line too. I had to get out there and I had to be a beast. Be a beast and show the world what I was made of. So every time I conducted an interview, I had to at least, exert my insight about mindset or something and be a part of the conversation. Not just be like, oh my God, this is like so amazing. So like, what else are you going to tell us? Because I'm just, listening to everything you have to say because I just don't know anything. No. And so I honored the wisdom and all of that stuff, but I engaged in the dialogue. These relationships are supposed to be reciprocal. And so what about you? Do you fall in people's faces? Oh my God, and you're the top earner in the company, or you're the multi-7-figure coach I want to be like when I grow up. Don't get it twisted. Man, if I met Eric Thomas, I'd be like, dude, do you understand? Before I knew what coaching was, I was watching Thank God It's Monday. And I've been listening to you. I was so grateful that I was able to see you in St. Louis, blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, but hey, I'm on the same track as you, making sure that I'm doing my thing and working with the people and so on and so forth. Because, I like people with your kind of energy. Because you speak to the need to get her done. I would begin to dialogue with that man. I would not sit somewhere and be starstruck. And I believe that's what's wrong with a lot of you all, is that you don't know how to, get between that fine line of honoring some great person for what they've done, but then recognizing that you're worthy too. I say you got to master the art of being while you becoming. And so I see myself at the same places on the same stages as them. I am very honored. I'm very humble. Their age and wisdom in the game supersedes mine, and there's much to gain from them, but there's also so much more to give. As a matter of fact, you guys are hearing on a podcast episode I'm going to come out on, and the woman was like, yeah, I love when Les Brown said, you need to be, like a pencil, in the hand of God, so he writing out your story. And I said, that's good. And I like it. I said, but I want to elevate what that brother said. I'm a permanent marker, because once God write it, it's done. You can take a pencil, you can erase that shit. I said, and so I was just in a zone. It wasn't about me disrespecting Les Brown and his legacy and who he is and saying bump all of those wonderful, magnificent videos that I used to watch. I mean, the man got videos that's 20 years old that's still phenomenal now. But that's something that just came out of my mouth. In my own personal mind, a permanent marker sounds better than a pencil or even an ink pen, goddamn me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, somebody else might be like, nah, I guess you should have left it alone. Other people be like, girl, you right. The evolution of it. So another quote, I love Maya Angelou. What she say? We know better, we do better. I was like, it's a whole bunch of people that know better and don't do better. And because they don't know how. So I don't say when we know better, we do better. I say when we know how to do better, we do better. And even more so when we have someone to hold us accountable. That's just because that's my extension of the wisdom. What they said is true. And now I have evolved past it. Now, in my opinion, if these men and women are as great as they are, they would not be offended by what I said. They would be grateful and proud of the elevation and the evolution, because every generation is supposed to get smarter and smarter. So how are you showing up? Are you showing up with power and authority so that the people that don't know any better are wanting to drop dead and pay you all the money that they got? And I'm going to tell you, it's so funny. There's this one woman I work with named Renette, and she always says this stuff. She'll put on posts, August will turn your business around. And I ain't never been the same since I worked with August. But it's so funny to me because when she talks about how we met, she be like, I did not know she was a new coach in the game. She always says that she didn't know I was a new coach. Now that she knows, because I tell more and more of my story and when I started. And she'd be like, wait a minute, if that's when she started and she was figuring this shit out, and that's when I paid her to work with her, guess what? She never says she regretted working with me. She says she didn't know that I hadn't been in the game that long, because I showed up and showed out, and I challenged her with the way she was thinking and her mindset and her price points and so many other things, because I was new to understanding how to market myself in the online streets. But I was grabbing it and sucking it up and implementing. And at the end of the day, I had something. I had a social media presence that she didn't have and she wanted. And so when they say you only got to be a step ahead of somebody, you only got to be a step ahead. This woman had launched a business that had made $1 million in 13 months, but yet and still she saw something inside of me for me to be her coach. Would y'all just show the fuck up? Show up in all of your brilliance and all of your authenticity and put your voice out there. Your gifts. Yeah, but my gifts will make room for me. Well, if you ain't utilizing, there ain't gonna need no room for your gifts. Hello. No room for your gifts needed at all. Okay. So walking in this brilliance and walking in this confidence, ladies, I know that it's not easy. I do. I had a hard week last week because I was fussing and cussing and telling those ladies, y'all don't care what you're going through. Figure it out. Get up. Believe in yourself. And, some of them have to do some deeper mindset work and ask some, deeper questions. But this journey unless you naturally just had that eye of the tiger. That's part of the reason why you pay for coaching. You pay for the atmosphere of camaraderie. You pay for the energy of seeing other women get it done. You pay for the accountability as well as the knowledge and wisdom and expertise to get you to your next level. So guess what? Fix My Business. The prices are about to change. I've been running this play, the 1, 2, 3 play for a minute. 100, 200, 300. Like I keep telling people, quit talking about how you want to get me, and be able to pay me at the $2,000 a month mark, because you cannot. They say don't say it, but you can't afford it. How about that? Be humble and come in where you are. And like I tell you, I don't know how these other people make their programs. I know these other people make their programs. I'm lying. Yes, I do. I know these other people make these programs where when you spend $100 with them, you regret it. And you like, dang, man, well, or either you comfortable enough to say you're getting something done. You spend $100 a month with me and you implement the stuff you get on the $100 level, you're going to upgrade. You surely are. Because you're going to be in a position to get a return on your investment because of how hard I go with my people. I do what I'm telling you guys. I show up with so much power and authority that people be like, they have to recognize my genius. I show up with so much power and authority, people have to recognize my genius. And the more I exercise my genius, the more profound it comes. And so, no, it's not just when I am posting and promoting. It is even when I am in the act of being a coach. So what about you? Tell the truth. I don't know which platform you're on. Put a comment. Tell the truth. Are you showing up? Are you showing up with all your genius, or you cheating? All I know is that you need to show up so strong that all these people you haven't, they might hate it. You need them to be looking like, dang, she got the it factor. She got it, man. She got it. But for my brothers that's watching, man, he got it. He got it. And people look at me, they say, yeah, she got it. She gonna blow up. I remember I started something and a former client said she told her husband when it was time to pay me, and she made a major money move in order to be able to get the money. She said, man, you know how some people be on that train and it's going places? She like, yeah, that's August, the train leaving the station, and I got to make sure I'm on it. So that's the level of power and authority that I show up with. So much power and authority, people be like, yeah, I got to be on the train August on. I love y'all. Click the link, go to the website, set up a consult with me so we can start working. Because, yeah, now I don't let any and everybody in my group. You can't get in unless you're a good fit. I'm pretty certain you're a good fit, but it's not just that, too. I want to truly understand and know your business, understand your vision, and know that I'm able to help you. Okay, it's important for me to do more than just get the money. I want to understand you, honey. All right? So I love you all. I'm going to get out of here. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces!
Inspire, empower, grab your girls